Have you ever wondered how Japanese cars became such a big deal worldwide? Their story is nothing short of amazing, starting way back in the early 1900s. Brands like Toyota kicked things off, with their first car, the Model AAE, rolling out in 1936. After World War II, Japan's car industry really took off, thanks to a mix of government support and a strong drive to rebuild. Then there are the lesser-known brands like Isuzu and Suzuki, which had their time to shine too. And what about Japanese domestic market cars, the ones made just for Japan? You may be wondering which are they, but have you ever heard of? The Mazda RX-3 was introduced to replace the ERX-2, offering it as a coupé, sedan, and station wagon. It was designed to attract young drivers with its sporty look, but was still practical and comfortable enough for small families. Thanks to favorable Japanese tax regulations for small engines, the RX-3 became a key player in Mazda's rotary engine story. The front of the ERX-3 had a sporty design with dual round headlights and a separate grille that reminded some people of the early Ford Mustang. Despite being much smaller than the Mustang, the sloped rear window gave the ERX-3 a sleek and compact look. At the back, it featured dual round taillights, similar to European sports cars of the time. Inside, the ERX-3 had vinyl-covered seats with stylish details and a solid, well-finished interior. The dashboard included two main dials and four smaller gauges placed above the center controls, making everything easy to read. The radio was smartly positioned above the heating and cooling controls. The steering wheel had a badge in the shape of a Wankel rotary engine's triangular rotor, highlighting the car's unique engine design. The RX-3 was powered by a 1.2-liter Wankel rotary engine that made 90 horsepower, an impressive amount for such a small engine. While it wasn't fuel efficient, it was quick and exciting to drive. Its rear axle with leaf springs wasn't ideal for sporty handling, but the car came with power brakes, front disc brakes, and rear drum brakes, offering decent stopping power. Nicknamed the Rotary Rocket, the RX-3 was a compact car with big ambitions. Its 1.1-liter twin-rotor engine in some versions produced up to 110 horsepower, allowing it to challenge larger cars in performance. The RX-3 gained fame in motorsports, especially in touring car races, cementing its place in automotive history. Although over 280,000 were made, finding a well-kept RX-3 today is rare, making it a treasure for fans of rotary engines. The Nissan S30. It's our next car known as the Fairlady Z, in Japan in the Datsun 240Z, 260Z, or 280Z elsewhere, is a groundbreaking sports car produced from 1969 to 1978. Designed by Yoshihiko Matsuo and pushed forward by Yutaka Katayama, it launched Nissan's iconic Z series. Combining style, performance, and affordability, the S30 became an instant hit worldwide. This car offered features typically found in expensive European models, like a powerful straight-six engine and independent suspension, but at a much lower price. Export versions came with 2.4, 2.6, or 2.8-liter engines, with the 240Z achieving 0-60 miles per hour in 8 seconds and a top speed of 125 miles per hour. A high-performance version in Japan, the Z432, shared its 160 horsepower engine with the Skyline GTR and boasted advanced tech like a limited slip differential. The S30 wasn't just fast, it was practical, with options for manual or automatic transmissions, a smooth ride, and a comfortable, stylish interior. Its combination of sporty performance and everyday usability made it accessible to a wide audience, with over 520,000 units sold globally. The S30 didn't just set sales records, it redefined perceptions of Japanese cars, proving they could deliver both performance and innovation. Today, it stands as a beloved classic and a symbol of Nissan's rise to global prominence. Moving on, we have the Subaru Leone was a compact car made by Subaru from 1971 to 1994. Its name means lion in Italian. It replaced the Subaru 1000 and set the stage for the future Impreza. The Leone featured Subaru's signature flat 4-boxer engine, with most models offering optional 4-wheel drive, a standout feature at the time. This made it ideal for snowy or rough terrains and popular in places like Colorado and Switzerland. Initially launched as a front-wheel drive coupe in 1971, the Leone expanded to include sedans and, in 1972, the world's first mass-produced 4-wheel drive station wagon. The affordable option changed the game, as previous ones were limited to off-road vehicles. Throughout its life, Leone has competed with cars like the Toyota Corolla and Honda Civic, offering reliability and innovation. The Leone evolved over 3 generations, adding larger engines up to 1.8-liter, dual-range 4-wheel drive, and, later, a turbocharger. Subaru introduced groundbreaking features, such as Japan's first all-wheel drive automatic transmission in 1981, and in later models, techs like digital dashboards and adjustable suspension. Its sporty GSR trim featured a 1.4-liter engine with 100 horsepower, a precursor to Subaru's performance legacy. By the 1990s, the Leone was replaced by Legacy and Impreza, but its innovative design and reliable 4-wheel system solidified Subaru's reputation in global markets. Now bringing Toyota to the list is the car everyone wished they had a chance to drive. The Toyota Celica, which was a legendary car made by Toyota from 1970 to 2006. Its name, derived from the Latin word for heavenly, perfectly describes its sleek and sporty design. The Celica was built for fun, combining eye-catching looks, reliable performance, and affordability, making it a standout in its time. Inspired by the Ford Mustang, the Celica was essentially a stylish coupe built on the chassis of the Toyota Carina sedan. It launched as a 2-door hardtop coupe with Coke bottle styling, and in 1973, the liftback version added a fastback design that resembled a mini Mustang. Early models came with 4-cylinder engines ranging from 1.4 to 2.0-liter engines, with sporty trims like the GT offering better performance and features. The Celica evolved over 7 generations, switching to front-wheel drive in 1985 and even offering turbocharged all-wheel drive models by 1986. Special versions like the Japanese GT models featured twin-cam engines and firmer suspension for better handling, while the liftback GT earned a reputation as a lightweight, fun-to-drive car. With its long hood, sloping fastback, and racing-inspired details, the Celica became a dream car for enthusiasts. Today, it's remembered as a pioneer of Japanese sports cars and remains a cherished classic among collectors. Next up is their rival, Nissan, which is one of the coolest cars to ever roll off its production line. The Nissan Skyline R33 all started in 1964, when the Skyline hit the streets, eventually earning its place as an icon in Japanese racing. The Skyline had become the ultimate Japanese performance machine. In Australia, some customized Skylines crank out an insane 800 horsepower, giving even the best American muscle cars a run for their money. Though Skylines with 750 horsepower or more are not uncommon, finding one in the US can be a challenge, especially for models built before the modern GTR era. The most famous Skylines proudly displayed the legendary GTR badge, a symbol of unmatched speed and precision. Among them, the R32 generation stands out. Released in 1989, it featured a turbocharged 2.6-liter inline-6 engine pumping out 276 horsepower, paired with all-wheel drive. Nicknamed Godzilla, the R32 dominated racetracks and crushed rivals, from exotic European cars to American classics. Although the R32 GTR was banned in the US due to safety regulations, it's now eligible for import under the 25-year rule. So, fans can finally experience the car that redefined what it means to be a legend. Finally, we've saved the best for last. A true gem and one of the rarest cars to find. The Toyota 2000 GT is often called the original Japanese muscle car, and for good reason. With only 351 units ever made, it's incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Powered by a 2.0-liter straight-six engine developed with Yamaha, the 2000 GT produced 150 horsepower and could hit 135 miles per hour. Its stunning design, along with its appearance in the James Bond film You Only Live Twice, solidified its place in automotive history. Released in 1967, the 2000 GT was a game-changer for Japan, showing the world that Japanese automakers could create world-class sports cars. With sleek lines inspired by the Jaguar E-Type and a low profile, it stood out among its European rivals. The car's interior was just as impressive, with luxury touches like a walnut dashboard and a sporty yet refined feel. The 2000 GT wasn't just a pretty face, it also performed. It raced and won in events like the Suzuka 1000 kilometers and set world records for speed and endurance. Prices for these rare gems have soared, with a Toyota Shelby model selling for $2.5 million at auction in 2022. The 2000 GT is now considered one of the most iconic Japanese cars of all time. But with the impact they've made in the automotive world, do you think things would be the same if they weren't part of the industry? Do you believe Japan is leading the way in the car world, or do you think others are carrying the industry? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to help our channel grow by hitting the subscribe button, liking, and sharing our videos. Until next time, stay safe, everyone.